Are you curious about how researchers validate their ideas scientifically? This video delves into the fascinating world of hypothesis testing, a cornerstone in fields like psychology and medicine. Discover how this method advances knowledge through systematic investigation. This unit aims to develop your knowledge and skills in hypothesis testing. It is widely used in various organizations and fields such as psychology and medicine. Understanding hypothesis testing is crucial for interpreting data accurately. It helps in making informed decisions based on empirical evidence. Let's explore its components and applications. A hypothesis is a foundational element in scientific research. It serves as a leading question or proposition for investigation. Typically, it comprises three key parts: the definition of the problem, a proposed solution, and the expected result. These elements guide the research process. Let's break down each component. The initial statement of the research problem outlines the specific issue being addressed. It is the starting point for hypothesis formulation. Researchers need to clearly define what they are investigating. This clarity ensures the research is focused and relevant. A well-defined problem leads to a meaningful hypothesis. The hypothesis suggests a proposed solution or explanation for the problem. It indicates what the researcher expects to find during the investigation. This prediction is essential for guiding the research. A clear proposed solution helps in designing experiments effectively. It sets the stage for testing and analysis. The hypothesis predicts the expected result or outcome of the research. This prediction forms the basis for assessing the hypothesis. Researchers compare the data collected to the expected result. If the data supports the hypothesis, it adds credibility to the proposed solution. Let's see how this applies in practice. The primary purpose of statistical hypothesis testing is to determine if there is sufficient evidence to support the hypothesis. It assesses whether the observed data is consistent with the proposed solution. This helps researchers draw conclusions based on empirical evidence. Let's explore the steps involved in this process. The first step is to formulate a null hypothesis and an alternative hypothesis. The null hypothesis represents the status quo or no effect. The alternative hypothesis represents the proposed solution. These hypotheses form the basis for testing. Clear formulation is crucial for accurate results. Researchers collect relevant data through experiments, surveys, or observations. This step is critical for hypothesis testing. The data must be collected systematically and without bias. Proper data collection ensures the reliability of the results. Let's move on to the next step in the process. The significance level, often denoted as alpha, determines the threshold for statistical significance. It represents the probability of making a type 1 error. Choosing an appropriate significance level is vital. It impacts the reliability of the hypothesis test. Let's see how this influences decision-making. Depending on the data and research question, an appropriate test statistic is selected. Common tests include t-tests, chi-square tests, and ANOVA. The choice of test affects the accuracy of hypothesis testing. It is crucial to select the right test for the data. This decision impacts the overall analysis. Using the collected data and chosen test statistic, researchers calculate the observed test statistic value. This value is compared to critical values from a statistical distribution. Calculating the test statistic is a key step in hypothesis testing. It helps determine the validity of the hypothesis. Let's proceed to the next phase. Researchers compare the observed test statistic with critical values or calculate a p-value. Critical values are specific thresholds for rejecting the null hypothesis. The p-value indicates the probability of obtaining results as extreme as observed. This comparison helps in making a decision about the hypothesis. Let's explore this further. Based on the comparison of the observed test statistic with critical values or p-values, a decision is made. Researchers either reject the null hypothesis or fail to reject it. This decision considers the significance level and potential errors. It is a crucial step in hypothesis testing. Let's discuss the implications of this decision. The final step involves drawing conclusions based on the results of hypothesis testing. Researchers summarize their findings and report on the hypothesis. Conclusions should align with the chosen significance level. They are based on the statistical evidence obtained. Let's see how this contributes to scientific knowledge. Hypotheses play a vital role in advancing scientific knowledge. They guide research endeavors and enable exploration. Whether confirmed or rejected, hypotheses contribute to the body of knowledge. This process enhances our understanding of the world. Let's explore how hypotheses impact scientific progress. Hypothesis tests determine whether there is sufficient statistical evidence to support or reject a hypothesis. They help evaluate the significance of observed differences or relationships by quantifying significance. Tests distinguish between random variations and genuine effects. This is crucial for reliable research conclusions. Let's delve deeper into this aspect. Hypothesis tests enable researchers to draw meaningful inferences about populations. By comparing sample statistics to population parameters, conclusions are made about broader applicability. This process is essential for understanding how findings relate to larger groups. Let's explore how this guides research decisions. In practical terms, hypothesis tests inform decision-making processes. For instance, in medical research, they determine the effectiveness of treatments. Based on test results, professionals decide on adopting new practices. This structured approach enhances the rigor of decision-making. Let's see how this applies in various fields. Hypothesis testing offers a structured framework for scientific inquiry. It allows researchers to formulate precise questions and design experiments. This systematic approach enhances the reliability of findings. By following this framework, researchers ensure their studies are well-grounded. Let's explore its impact on research quality. By relying on statistical methods, hypothesis testing contributes to objectivity in research. It reduces subjective judgments and biases. Findings are based on empirical evidence and predefined significance levels. This objectivity is crucial for scientific credibility. Let's discuss how it strengthens research integrity. In conclusion, hypothesis testing is a systematic process that ensures rigor and reliability in scientific research. By following its steps, researchers can draw meaningful conclusions and contribute to advancing knowledge. This method is essential for exploring and understanding the world, so embrace the power of hypothesis testing to unlock deeper insights. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out via WhatsApp or email. Thank you.